Steve from the President Steve Show, and today we're talking to Lori McCutcheon from Last Chance Ranch. Pleasure to meet you, Lori.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, our pleasure. You do some very cool stuff at Last Chance Ranch. You deal with not the usual just cat and dog scenario. You attend to all sorts of animals of varying sizes. Tell us what you do out there.
Yes, we rescue everything, from horses to goats to potbelly pigs, dogs.
To an emu, I've heard as well, right?
We have an emu. He was walking in the streets of Philadelphia, and he came to us.
It blows your mind. So when you hear stories on the news of a bizarre, weird animal encounter, and you wonder what happens to that animal, you might be the last best hope for that animal.
Yes.
Because a lot of times, it's sad, but people think, okay, I want to get one of those, and they take on something that they're not prepared to take care of, and that poor animal ends up in a bad way. You guys step in and provide it a chance.
Yes, a lot of times it's a novelty to get an
Right.
exotic animal, and they don't know how to take care of it, so it ends up being neglected or abused and then discarded. And we bring them in and we rehabilitate them, and then we find them new appropriate homes. And sometimes we are their last chance.
Which is awesome. And speaking of that last chance and that rehabilitation, you've actually done that with horses that are now working with the mounted police, correct?
Yes, we have 5 horses currently in the Philadelphia Mounted Police Department that are mounted patrol. They go to football games, they go to baseball games, they're on the streets, they're PRing, they're crowd control, and they were all rescued horses. With
all that you see, what would be that one strongest piece of advice you could give to someone who wants to get a quirky, different animal because it would be fun?
Don't do it. Volunteer first. Learn about it. Do some research. Volunteer at a pet store. Volunteer at an animal rescue or a shelter, and learn about it first. And then you'll realize how much work it actually takes before you actually go out and get one. They're expensive, and it's a long term. Think about how long you're going to have it. If you're going to adopt a dog, you may have it 15 plus years.
Yeah.
If you adopt a horse, you may have it 30 plus years.
Where are you located?
We're in Quakertown, Upper Bucks County.
Right.
We have a tour the first Saturday of every month at 10 o'clock. That's a tour and orientation for new volunteers. We have scheduled tours. We go to schools. We'll bring in anybody that wants to know about us, anybody that wants us to come and visit. We've had a horse in a high school already.
That's cool. That's very cool.
We've had ducks and chickens, and we've brought them to classrooms.
How do people assist you in what you do? I assume you take financial donations. How do people
Financial donations are the number one thing, because it costs us, it's probably over $200,000 a year just to feed the horses.
I mean, you have a substantial amount of large animals.
Yes, and they eat a lot.
Yeah, they eat a lot. Yeah, and it requires a lot. I'm sure your day is consumed with this. I assume you can give the obvious, which is just go to Last Chance Ranch, Google it.
Yes.
And go to the website. All the information contained there on the website for how to make donations.
Yes.
Is there anything else as far as people who want to volunteer?
We have volunteers that come every day to help the animals. There's probably 100 different volunteers that come in a week to help feed them, take care of them. We have volunteers that do events, that go out and just solicit people that want to support us.
Do you have events or anything that you, fundraisers, charity events, anything coming up that we can help promote?
We have fundraisers all the time. You can check out our events calendar on our website.
Well, the name of the establishment is the Last Chance Ranch, and Lori, I want to thank you very much for coming by. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much.